So after this video, we will be officially halfway through our last season with Grimsby Town. Feels good, but feels very bitter at the same time. Hey guys, and welcome back to episode number 7 now of season number 9, the finale one of the FIFA 21 Grimsby Town Road to Glory. As today we start with some very interesting games, and it doesn't stop there. The last of this month, as you can see last month, if you haven't seen the last episode, watch it. But on to today, which we should hit 20 likes on as well. Forgot to say the last couple of times, we have Leeds United away at Ellen Road, followed up by Southampton at home back at Blundell Park, which will be a sim because the first week that is in December is a mad one. We have Arsenal first away at the Emmerson, which we are going to play, followed up by Borussia Dortmund, which is the fight for first place in the Champions League group stage we really want to get, and then a simulated game against Burnley. A little bit of a let-off after a crazy week. And also, if you haven't seen the last couple of videos, so there's an even bigger thing in it. We don't have our main striker, Harper, and as you can see there, he scored 21 goals for us in the Premier League already this season, so I think he's a bit of a miss. I'd take a stab at it, as in the league we are 3 points behind Manchester United as well, Wolves and Liverpool just below us, and we did absolutely do something to one of those teams. I won't spoil it, as we'll go straight into the first game today. Leeds United away at Ellen Road, a game I am very excited to play. Haven't played this fixture in a while in this save, so we're going to go with Dino, an ex-Man United goalkeeper in goal, Tanganga, Gehi, Rodon and Doig in the defence, with Todd Cantwell, Winks, Dowell and Brooks on the right-hand side of midfield, with Madison in cam and Florian hoping to try and score some goals against the Whitemen. And let's have a look at the Leeds United lineup. This team has recovered as well, because I showed you a bit of a tired one, with Caprile in goal, Anderson, Struik, Kilman and Leif Davis at the back, with Fine in CDM, Ian Poveda, Shackleton, Hadji and Ejuke supporting Ryan Edmondson. I don't get it. In career mode, Leeds always go for a really over-the-top youth team. And what's proved so far from it is they keep getting relegated. So, to be fair, Leeds United being a team kind of close to me, I hope they don't. It's always a good time facing them, as well as Ejuke running down the wing. Maybe I've underestimated the youth like Ryan Edmondson. I don't think he's going to be all that good. He doesn't really have the best of potential, but it is dynamic in this game as he has the ball and Rodon has to get an early tackle in as Leeds United threaten him first. But we do have the ball right here with Madison. Balogun will send it up front, and that's going to be easy for the defender. So far in the 2 games we have been missing Harper up front. Our striker Balogun hasn't scored. He only scored off the bench against Liverpool when Harper was actually still fit, as UK cuts inside there. Great tackle from Mark Gehi, who had to get that right, and Kieran Dowell now to run it away. Finds Pete up on it though, and into Ryan Edmondson as UK just got to mark his men, and there we've got another tackle in. Leeds United actually starting pretty bright here against our strong lineup, I think. However, Balogun has found a good run behind of Kilman there, and can he score? Max Kilman didn't get there, but Balogun's missed. And that's why you need Harper in that scenario. Frustrated with that, he couldn't afford to do it, but he has. As Leeds United have kept the pressure on a little bit, but we do have the ball immediately after that shot, and hopefully it can come forward a little bit more. Todd Cantwell's round Shackleton here, who's dropped back to right back, his actual normal position, as Kieran Dowell now has it around the corner into Brooks. Gonna have to play 1-2 because they've got a lot of defenders with that one CDM they have, as Winks is going to get it there. We can't break him down. Sitting rather far back, as that's a pass around Josh Doig as well onto Ian Poveda. We can't lose this. I don't think Leeds United actually want to win it, as Edmondson scored though. And the reason I say that is because it'll give Man United a bigger lead at the top, but they're helping the bitter rivals, the scum as they would call them, out right there by scoring against us. 1-0 Leeds. And it's a good pass in. The Whites returning back to the Prem with a bang here against Grimsby Town. And a finish from Edmondson, of course. When I put him down, he goes and scores against us. They're 13, opposing to ours, who's injured, of course. Harper makes it 1-0. Can't be losing to Bielsa ball, can we? As Shackleton drills that into Ryan Edmondson right there. Back to Shackleton and Ian Poveda. Into Edmondson again, and Hadji. We've got a run on. Oh, we've missed the tackle, and Hadji's going to play that straight through to Ferring. Great save! And the rebound's in as well. It's 2-0 Leeds United. And Ellen Road is now officially erupting. They think they're a bit safer. and we haven't done anything about it. A shocking performance so far from Town as we give the noisy neighbour, well, a bit neighbours, a 2-0 lead. Dino with a great save. Mark Gay runs straight past the ball and Dino's not saving the rebound. Fane's got his first Prem goal. It's kind of going the way for Leeds a little bit now as they're trying to play a ball through right there, and that should be our goal kick. Over half an hour just, and it's 2-0 Leeds United. Who would have thought it? Definitely not me, and especially, I don't think if we had Harper, it would be 2-0. I think we would have buried that first chance and kind of only chance we've got of the game so far. However, that's out to Doig. Good touch. Maddison at the back post. It's a bit of an ask for the small man to head it. It didn't even reach him. Ryan Edmondson here. I know it's Hadji. Edmondson's in front of him. He's having a glorious game though. The real-life Rangers cam as his UK chips it back all the way to Kilman. They have got a young squad as well. Kilman at the back, Hadji, Edmondson, and it's doing really well as that's a good one too. And Mike Gehi has to come across to make that tackle as I think we've injured the man. But at half-time, it's going to be 2-0 to Leeds United and a shocking start to the episode so far from Grimsby Town. Definitely need improvements. Is there anyone on the bench we can really put on? Kalajic? Will he really make a difference against these? I don't think so. Maybe Alberto comes on later. As yeah, not impressed at all from the black and white stripes. Need to just try and raise his game a little bit as Tanganga. Give that in the middle to Harry Winks. It's a good ball. Headed on. Maddison to pass it down to Dowell as well. And on to Tanganga, who's got a run down the wing of David Brooks. And can we try and find someone here? Brooks going back to go forward a little bit into Dowell around the corner into Maddison. Can we try and get a goal back straight away? It would be good. Pass intercepted. And a chip over the top to Hadji here. Edmondson had a man over at his side in Ejuke, who still is on the field. He survived the injury. Well done to him as Balogun is going to give it to Dowell. Brooks is released on this right-hand side. And is there anyone in the middle? Not really. However, we will pass it on the ground in there as Dowell finds it. Goes for a shot and I thought last minute I should have passed that to Cantwell making a bit of an emergence at that side, but we're just getting it all wrong. Oh, and that's not good. Getting told Manchester United have just took a 2-1 lead through Odegaard away at Notts Forest, so that is dangerous. It could be 6 points the gap, and that is not what we want as Hadji's pass is intercepted. We've still got time, boys, if we get something quick as Cantwell's making a good run and he's opted for the wrong choice. Maddison, what are you doing? It's just not going right here at Ellen Road as can we get on this? Winks chasing it down as it's into Fine now across the field to Edmondson. He's onside, he's Shackleton, and they've got the pass through on goal. Doig having to come across because Rodon is just going on a runner now. He's going upfield. There's a great interception from Josh Doig. Second time round though, can he get on that? He does, and Doigi slipped through Cantwell right there as he's still out wide a little bit, but Doigi's continuing his run, and he loves to score when we are behind, to be fair to him, as he's in the box. Is Josh Doig, find Cantwell again as he's lost the ball, and Kalajic eventually does come on for Maddison now, who I hate to say it, hasn't had a good performance at all in Cam, probably his worst in a Town shirt, as they're going to keep on coming at us. Ejuke into Ryan Edmondson, shut the gap off as we have done it well, into Fane though, and Edmondson back on the ball, Dow with a good tackle, it's still falling back to him, and they're getting in each other's way. Hadji though, swiped, and that could be him off the field, you know. It's Kieran Dowell as well, clean through, and things go from bad to worse. It's going to be a red card, yep. Kieran Dowell's off. I think we've just got to think about damage limitation now. I can't believe we've lost this game to Leeds United. A shocking performance here at Ellen Road as it's going to be Fine. Possibly to get his second goal in the Premier League, however he leaves it. Fine, gives it to Brazio. It's hit, it's on the ground, it's deflected and Hadji's missed. But he was offside. Got to go all out attack right now as it's going to be hard. Actually, no, we've still got 4 defenders, but we have lost one of our best players in Kieran Dowell. As I give it out to Balogun right here. Can Balogun try and do something? Needs to try and cut inside, does number 10. He does so successfully, shoots straight at the defender as it isn't good. And to be fair, they've got a man through there. They've played it to Allen, who we've just got to stop a little bit as he's around the defence, you know. And Allen can just keep on running. We can't catch him. We don't want another player sending off as Allen puts it in the roof of the net for 3-0 Leeds. An embarrassment. This doesn't happen very often, does it? 3-0 away from home against a team in the relegation zone. We've only been beaten once this season. Once by Manchester United, and now the rivals have done it to us. A day to forget. Definitely, I think I've got to put it down to a little bit of fatigue from the Champions League, but then again, I think that last goal's come from a sending off because he was through on goal. Still, he ran all the way from his halfway line. like Jay Matete did for real life for Grimsby Town this week. And if you haven't seen the highlights, go and watch those, as there definitely was any highlights for us in that game. 3-0 and 10 men at the end of it. Our worst game in, I'd say, not since we've been in the Prem, but since we've been one of those big clubs in the Prem. Since last season, really. Just got to get up, shrug the shoulders and say, I don't know what happened. Give the fans a full refund as well for that one, as Liverpool have leapfrogged us, but Man United end up drawing to Notts Forest, so the other team down there has done us a favour. Nice one. I mean, I appreciate it, but still I hate relying on other teams for results, as we still do need to. Everyone's had 2 defeats now, so nothing special with our one, as Notts Forest were 19th. Where were Leeds? Leeds are actually 11th, so they're not having a bad season. Above Spurs, who are absolutely woeful this year. Literally swapped places with the team we play next in Southampton. As we've got a player recovering from injury, we are now, Liverpool have played an extra game. We can go back to second, I think, because our goal difference is good. We actually improved it a lot against the Redmen, and Wolves sit above us as well. They've snuck above us as Jude Bellingham's back. I forgot about him. I thought that was Harper early. Players really never come back early in this, and it's a good job we've got him back, because of course Kieran Dowell is missing. So sorry, Unai Ventador, you won't play again, as this is the team we're going to go with. Slightly tired, but is going to be simmed with Dino in the goal, Tanganga, Gehi, Rodon, Doig, Cantwell, Winks, Bellingham and Brooks gone up a rating, Maddison and Balogun's gone up to 83. I don't think he deserves it. Still, I'll take it, as I think the player in real life signed a contract with Arsenal, a new one, so congratulations to him, I guess, as they've done really well in this save. If it wasn't for us being the surprise package, I'd definitely say it was the Saints and Wolves this season. As can we get the win in the simulated game? We don't. We get thrashed 3-1 away from home with Marcus Llorente, I'm guessing that is, scoring 2, getting a yellow card, Edouard getting the other one, and Balogun with his goal for us, but absolutely hammered at Blundell Park. And that's 2 defeats in a row. Oh my days, what is happening? As Spurs have been beaten again, that's nothing new, but I think Man United have probably won. And that could be us out of the top 4. I don't know what's happened. It is. We are 5th now as Southampton leapfrog us. Hassan Hootel pulling out a mad one. Let's have a closer look. So Manchester United now 35.7 in front of us. 7. As Wolves are 3 points behind them. Wolves are even 4 points in front. And now Liverpool, who we thrashed, are 3 in front. You can see the struggles we are put under without William Harper. Literally the heartbeat in this team. As we've only conceded 5 goals all season. Oh no, we haven't. That's goal difference. Ignore that. We've actually conceded quite a few, as we need to step it up. But Arsenal aren't the easiest team to do it against. Saying that, they are below 7th. I think they're just in maybe 8th or 9th, because I think Everton are doing well this year. The new owners, I think, are coming into Arsenal as well. Spotify, as we'll have to play as full team here. We can't make it 3 defeats on a row. And of course, oh, we've got Harper speaking to us. But like I was saying, of course, we can't just keep all the players for Dortmund, which I would have liked to do. But he says he wants to be on the bench against Arsenal. Okay, or he doesn't want to just be on the bench. I think he might have to be. I want you in the team, but I do want a big, big result against Dortmund. That's actually, no, he's fully fit and he's got no sign of injury. So we'll put him in and we'll take Bellingham out. We'll save him for his old team and put Dowell straight back in. As you know, the lineup, only 2 changes. I've gone through the lineup a couple of times recently. So we'll go straight in with that. Away at the Emirates to try and undo a terrible start to this episode with 2 defeats to Leeds and Southampton. And it's miserable, it's awful here at Arsenal, but can we get a result? It's Umlin in goal, don't know much. Maitland-Niles, Pau Torres, Simican and Chilwell making the switch from Chelsea. Amrari and Sheaf and Bueno, Willock and Martinelli with Badji up front. It's similar to the last team, which I think we did win. Saka and Souček on the bench, good players. And hoping, just hoping, we can get out of the rut. Me calling a rut 2 defeats. I mean, imagine that at the start of this save. Calling 2 defeats in the Premier League back-to-back a rut. I'd call 2 wins back-to-back a win, a big win for Grimsby Town, but that's just how well we've done so far. However, we haven't started this game well as well, as he is offside Badgil, and it's a good job because it would doing me inside and out. Seems like the players are just lacking a bit of confidence, as we've got plenty of ex-Spurs players in this team. They should be up for this one, as Maddison's on the stretch. Good tackle, but of course the player gets straight back on his feet. Ambari into Willock. Out to Ben Sheaf as Martinelli spreads it out. It's a good ball around the back of Mark Gehi into Badgil. And he's given it as a penalty. No way, he got his shot off at the goal. And that should never be a penalty. It's a yellow card as well, but he got his shot off and it was a great save from Dino. It's a clip, of course, but how can you give it if the advantage was there? That's frustrating as Martinelli's against Dino now. Can justice be served? No, it can't. Straight down the middle and behind again. As today just gets from bad to worse, or goes from bad to worse. What can I do? What can I do? It's just like the team aren't playing for me. We're going to fall out of the top 6. Never mind top title race. Now, I hate this. As it's into Badgil again. Don't let him turn, and my days, Rodon. It was almost done. Winks to pass it out to Todd Cantwell. I don't want to be switching my tactics up at this moment in time when we've been doing well. As Harper is on the field, of course. It only takes one attack for this big man on the field as he's welcomed back with the ball with a back heel. And it's Maddison who messes it up. He was extremely poor against Leeds as well, as he's done me in there. Joe Willock round to Badgil. Rodon gets a tackle in and Tanganga has to do the work really for him. And a great pass up to Harper straight away as he got the pace to beat these defenders. A great cutaway, and that's what I want from my striker. Better than Balogun, as it's just an off touch at the end. But it's his first corner. His first corner in a while, to be fair, as Brooks is going to whip it in. Can Gehi get there? He cannot. However, Brooks is going to run on to the end of that. Head it down for himself into Maddison. All the way back to Dowell and back to Maddison. Can we get this out wide? That's not out wide, but Brooks does put it behind him into Cantwell. Back in the middle to Brooks through that gap. Cantwell gets it, steadies himself, and a great save, Omlin. Put that back in the box, Harper, as no one's there. However, ooh, almost an own goal. I mean, we're picking it up a little bit. Josh Doig now just before half-time. I don't want to go in again defeated as Cantwell has the ball down the line here, back heels it. I think the flicks we're doing should work, but they just don't seem to be at the moment. As it's a great tackle on Maddison. I think it's going to be half-time soon. Pau Torres to pass it out into Willock now, round to Badji. I think the teams have just got us tactically fathomed out. It's just terrible at the moment, this episode, as Willock coming at us. Don't let it be 2 before half-time. We've got 2-on-1 really here. Willock running at us. Rodon comes across with a big challenge. However, Martinelli's still with it. The referee, blow your whistle, please. Willock gives it to Martinelli. Man in the box. Martinelli cuts round well. It's going to be a corner. Going to hear boos from, I think it's our fans, to be fair, because I can still hear the Arsenal chants in the background as Doig heads it behind again. Another corner. It's telling me to take Maddison off in the first half, so I think that is proving how poor he's recently been. I think I might do, with Dortmund in mind as well, as at half-time, it's 1-0 to Arsenal. They're a big club, don't get me wrong, but I think, in my opinion, the performance is terrible. We have got a bit of a tired team as well, so I think I've got to make changes at centre-back. Maybe Tanganga slots in there, and we get Powell on the field, the guy who lifted the Premier League trophy, because Rodon seems to be struggling a little bit, and we do have Dortmund after this. Got to keep that in mind. However, not going to do it just yet, as Willock has the ball in the middle right there. Underneath, get his foot. It's a 1-2 as well onto Willock. As how has he still got the ball? Doig, please! And he's gave it as a penalty. This is 2 now in the same game, which are never, ever penalties. It's a great tackle from Josh Doig, and the referee's given it. He touched the ball back to the keeper. You talk about Balbuena for West Ham in the Premier League. He doesn't really connect with him that bad, does he? I guess he might have done, as Martinelli again against Dino. Hit it at him again, I dare you. As he's hit it onto the bar. We were sent the wrong way. And he's given another one. What's the referee seen here? What has he given? Oh my days. Harry Winks, what are you playing at? It's the 3rd penalty in this game, for Christ's sake. And it's going to be Martinelli again with Dino. Same way. And there's no saving that one. How unlucky have we got to be? 2-0 Arsenal. Still no goal scored and 5 conceded. It is woeful in game today, as Dino dived the right way. I couldn't have asked for any more. Just not got any luck on our side today at all, as I'm going to start changing the team round, I think. Going a lot weaker, including getting this man off Rodon, who does make a tackle really well right there. And Harper, please, get us back into this. Give it to Brooks, who's out wide, as there's no one really in the centre anyway. Brooks going to have to backheel that back into Harper. With the run of Luis Alberto, who loses it. And I'm going to change the defence around. They just seem dead on the feet, really, as Gehi just manages to turn out. I see, if he was fully fit, he would have done that pirouette in an instant. He's just very tired, and there's nothing I can really do about it. I think I'm putting Chalobah on. I think I picked him anyway, with Alberto on the ball right now. Cantwell, we've still had his attacks in this game. A lot better than the Leeds one, but no goal. Just no fighting the boys, is there? As we're trying to get the ball right there. And Bueno, good cut out from Josh Doig. And Harper's even sat further back. I don't like it, as Tanganga does win it well, though. In a good position, as Winks has 2 to choose from. Almost got it round to Alberto. But then again, was that the right pass? Was that what I wanted him to do? I don't know myself, as we've got a throw in as well. Doig, as Badji departs from the field, and we're throwing it into Chalobah in midfield right now. Alberto keeps it well, but no strength. Just putting the high press on now, as it's a throw in. Diatta, that's handball. If Winks has given us handball, that's got to be given. As Diatta round to Ryan Brewster off the bench into Ben Sheaf. Now Willock, get up the field and get this pressure on. What a tackle, as it's into Harry Winks now. Can Winks try and do something well against his old rivals? Winks battles, and to be fair, that's only his second shot of the game. That's how terrible we've been. Dino's even up for the corner as it hits him, and he should have just gone for an overhead. Diatta to try and get out, and Arsenal to try and get away from us. They might as well shoot, to be fair, but they're not going to, as it's just added time right now. Shimikan gives it to Josh Doig, who gives it in the middle to Alberto. Bit of a stretch for him, but he does receive the ball. Can't give it back to Doig, and I think it might be another goalless game. However, Alberto just hit that. It's blocked. Alberto keeps it. Good swivel. And it's blocked again. Honestly, we've not done well in any games. As can we try and do something from the corner? Headed. A decent one. Omlin with another save. In the last corner, I think. It's going to be in towards Harper. Misses it. Can we whip it back in again? Harper went down then. I was very worried. And Powell misses his swing. And that's another defeat. 3-0. 2-0 should I say, but 3 on the bounce. I'm thinking about momentum here. 3 defeats in a row. And on to Dortmund. On to Dortmund, they're on 12 points, we're on 13. And to be fair, travelling on a tired team into this one after the back of 3 wins. I have no faith. I think I've got to get a press conference as well. Let's just look at that. Look at that. What am I supposed to do to these boys? Is there any players? I'm looking in here as well, just to see if there's anyone I could recall off loan. Not really, is there? Because I don't know where to move forward. Driving me crazy with how just lapsy-daisical the boys look at the moment. Just might have ruined the whole finale series at the moment, because we needed momentum. We needed to keep going and put the pressure on United, but we've just slipped away from them. Because I think I've just demotivated the boys as well in that press conference. That was terrible, as it's going to be the same team again. Yes, they're tired, but we might just have to park the bus a little bit. Of course, we are in front by a point in this group stage against the other best team. And let's have a look what we got to face as God. I'm looking at the first 2, well, not the first name, but the second 2, and that is glorious. As Werner's on the bench, so I'm guessing it's Haaland. As Litkovic, Perez Navarro, Diego Carlos, Diaz and Mahone, Fernandez, Barella, Kakare, Sancho, Matondo. And there he is. Erling, Brown, Haaland. I mean, I thought Werner were bad. With a tired team like ours and the run we are on. Do I have faith at all? No. Do I want to go ultra defensive? No. I do want to see how we can actually do, although I don't think we're going to move past this back line of defence, and if we do, we've just got to run at them. As, go on, please, Harper, you've got a bit of fitness, you've been out a while, but Diego Carlos is a broken player on this game. I don't know if we're going to beat him, as we have started a bit well, though. Dowell now, with a good couple of touches, goes for a smack, and please be a corner, please be a corner. Oh, no, he's got the ball, though. He's got the ball as Kieran Dowers. Give that back to Maddison on the edge. Maddison with the turn out. He's got a bit of space here. We mean, it was a good run from Harper, as he's given a penalty. Come on! Finally a penalty for us today, as it has been just drizzled with penalties today. I can't believe it, as Diego Carlos, I was ringing his praises, as it is never in this world a handball, but we were harshly done against Arsenal for it. So can we actually get our luck for once here? It's James Maddison going bottom left. He's hit the post. Oh no, oh no. Oh dear, we've just missed his biggest chance, I think, to go top of the group. And after scoring no goals all episode, it's Dortmund in front. And Matondo turns out, gives it to Barella and Dino with a big save. How can I miss that? Corner ball, we've just got to get it out of the system now as it's going to be whipped in towards Diego Carlos. No handball from us, as it's going to be Harper to just take that down, give it down the wing as well into Todd Cantwell, who can just run at the defence, who are dropping back. He's still got the ball as well, has Todd Cantwell. He's got that run here of Kieran Dowell. Take a touch, bang that across net, and we're not missing that one. It's Kieran Dowell who gets the first goal of the episode and potentially the most important as he hammers it in. Just waited for that run. He got it and straight past Glitkovic. We will stay top of the group. I guess the boys were just waiting to put it in against Dortmund. I think they are more focused on the Champions League, of course. In this team, we haven't got many players who have actually played in it before. We've got the likes of maybe Rodon with Spurs, although they were in the Europa League, of course, when this save started, and maybe Tanganga and Dino, but most of the boys like Cantwell, Harper, they've never been there before, as Matondo passes it in, Winks intercepts, they've still got the ball, and Dino! Come on! Glorious save, as they're still gonna put a fight up, of course. They scored, I think, 2 or 3 goals in the second half last time out against us. Ruben Diaz has it in the box, Matondo off to Jedson. I could see this being a Spurs versus City kind of game from now on. Of course, us being Spurs, as they just keep putting the pressure on. However, we've got to use these counter-attacks wisely, as Cantwell's going to run it down. Todd Cantwell cuts inside as well, cuts inside a little bit more as he's going to pass that into Dowell. We've got the gap as well from Harper, and he might be on for one here from a tight angle. He never misses, but a good save. Not bad on entertainment, this one as well, as Matondo running at us. Brooks has to come across, who was defending. And the ball still hasn't gone away. It's Haaland into Barella. Over the top first time to Jedson Fernandez as he cuts inside into Barella again. And a good tackle, Mark Gehi. But danger still not averted. He's going to cut inside a little bit there. Give it back to Barella in the middle. And why is Jadon Sancho free? Who is marking him? As it's 1-1 right here. And Jadon Sancho with it, honestly. We will remain top of the group. But that is just a sloppy goal to give them. They're just all over him as his ex-team. We managed early on in the year. Do get a goal back. He's just free off the ball and no one marks him, as Dino did his best to get to it. But I knew as soon as he got that ball and turned, there was no chance that it wasn't going to be 1-1. Thomas Kakare gives it to Jadon Sancho again. Now fluent in German, it looks like, in his press conferences he's done. As it's into Erling Haaland now, and Rodon completely snaps him. It's a good position for a free kick. Haaland going to take it though, as Bellingham, I actually forgot to put on from the start, and Brooks looks shattered, so Bellingham will come on. I don't mind him on the wing. I might put Dowell on the wing actually later on, as Haaland from range. Erling, good block, and a corner ball at the end of the game here for BVB. Away, only to the edge of the box. Matondo with a big swing. Cantwell get on the end of that. It just doesn't. There's Ruben Diaz now into Kakare, into Erling Haaland. Great slide from Matt Gay. That's what I want with slides. Ones that have range in him, as Matondo though. And we are going into the break, 2-1 down. Haaland with a disguised pass round the corner, straight to Matondo, who scored in the reverse fixture to make it 2-1. Behind again, I don't believe it. We're going to get a hard draw now. Caught napping, straight turned, Rodon again. When will he learn? It's at half time now. We are losing. And we looked cruising in the first 20 minutes. Even rhymed, but it's painful to rhyme at the moment, as the defence do look shattered, but I've got no other ones. Dowell is not going to go on that wing. It's going to be Todd Cantwell, because he is playing well, as Bellingham is still -2, which is concerning. Still, I'll leave him there. And probably later on in the game take Maddison off again, because he's just not playing well. Stick Balogun up front with Harper. And I hate the way the second half started as well. Haaland yet to touch the ball. Rodon putting the pressure on as Sancho gives it in the middle to Barella now. Matondo, good spin. Is he going to try and shoot? We're just going to have to stand him up. And he's got past Mark Gay. I don't believe it. As Barella now to the edge of the box. Kakare. It's really, really quick passing and snappy as Sancho. Not snapped, but he's holding his knee in the box. It's going to be a corner kick. It's going to be Haaland to take. I don't know why he's not in the box himself. Whipped in towards, I think, Barella again. Diego Carlos with a head down. Maddison with a block, as it's still all Dortmund. Kakare again turns inside. Going to go for a shot, is he? No. Tackled by Bellingham. Jadon Sancho trying to chase a loose ball there, as Rodon flicks it into Mark Gehi. As it's into Harry Winks now. Turns out well and gives it to Dowell now, as he's now on the wing. And we're keeping the ball for a while here. We've got 2 fit players in the midfield at least. in Maddison and Bellingham. As Harper turns out, can he give that back? He can. To Jude. Can Jude Bellingham try and cause a comeback here? Into Maddison, round the corner to Harper. Got a touch on it first. And Harper from a tight angle hits the crossbar. Can you believe it? Honestly, when a draw will do us just fine, he misses that as that's a pathetic attempt for a tackle from, of course, Harry Winks in the midfield as Kakare gives it to Matondo and they're playing it round us a little bit here. Kakare again, snapped, Sancho into Erling Haaland, back to Sancho now, Kakare just chasing shadows a little bit as he's behind and Haaland makes it 3 when it should have been 2. What a stinker of a day. Honestly, I felt fine recording this. I feel no different. I've been pumped for it. And we're going to lose 4 games in a row. We lost 1 before this. It's just like, what, where, who, when, how? I don't understand what's happened. Have I come on this save and it's just been like, nah, you're not winning? It's still on legendary as well. I checked after the last game as Haaland's through again here. And Dino has to pull off a save. I don't doubt he would have scored from that angle as we'll go ultra-attacking as well. Try and get straight out from the corners. It's whipped in deep. We concede from corners all the time. Diego Carlos back to Siricek off the bench into Jedson. I don't doubt them scoring right here as Pedres Navarro, the right back, into Jedson again. At least they're going further back and just get this pressure on again. Litkovic, I can't believe we were 1-0 up in this game as well. I needed to sit on it. We did kind of, but we still let them come at us as we've sat back most of this game, but still conceded a lot as Haaland. 1-on-1. And it's 4. I don't know. I don't know how, I don't know where, I don't know why, as it's a beautiful finish from Erling Haaland, and that's why I was scared of him. As Balogun does have the ball as well. Can we try and get this out wide? We do to Rodon, who's just literally dead on his feet a little bit now. I've put him at wing back, and Tanganga in the middle to try and stop the goals from going in. We're definitely finishing second now. Dortmund deservingly finishing top, although we did beat them by 4 goals at their place. And they've done the same to us here. They've definitely picked the form up a little bit since, and we've dropped it off a cliff. Can't let it be more than 4, can we? As Doig needs to get to that first. Arias does, though, and Bellingham. He's the fittest player in the team, and he's doing stuff like that. As Tanganga with a great tackle. Werner's off the bench. They're going to go for more. The cheeky Dortmund. Please, just be easy on us, as that's definitely a foul. Nothing given, as a full-time whistle has gone. And we will go through to the next round, of course, of the Champions League, as that's our first defeat in the competition, and we will finish second. Rather disappointing with how it's gone. 13 points and not even finishing top of the group. As look at the league, man. We're outside of the top 5. We're outside of the top 5. 3 points behind Man United, what we was. We're 3 points behind bloody 4th. Let's look at the form. Red, 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 red. 4 defeats in a row as we have Burnley next. Oh God. Let's check the Champions League group stage as well. I think I did get it right. I don't know if the actual next round would be announced as yet. Oh, we only lost 1 game and we still finished second. That's frustrating. If we would have won that first game against Salzburg, probably should have, might not even gone through actually, because Dortmund beat us on head-to-head with the away goals they scored. As Inter and Mönchengladbach go through, Man City, Lyon, Barca and Juventus, Southampton have gone through. They are sick in this save, with Madrid as well. Real Madrid and Leipzig just beating Sampdoria, Man United and Villarreal, Napoli and Bayern. No Man City in that. Actually, no, what am I on about? I just said Man City. I'm an idiot, as there's no Chelsea, no Spurs. I mean, from our country there isn't any big hitters, but from abroad there is. We've got 24 million from finishing second. Just what we would have got from first, I'm thinking. I honestly think I'm going to go in my reserve team. It can't do any worse, can it? It definitely can't, as I think our team is literally dead now. We've got a week's break after this, but yeah, it's dead. We can't play that, so we are going to go to the backup brigade. Is it really bad? Is it good enough to beat Burnley? Hopefully it is. I think it should be, shouldn't it? We'll get a couple of first teamers back in there, like Harper on the bench. And Bellingham can definitely go in for Doyle, and Tanganga can have a rest for... Let's stick Long in there. Why not? As Evans... No, Evans ain't going in net. Dino in net. Powell, Long, Chalobah and Jackson. Leach, Bellingham, Venstor and Maloney with Alberto and Balogun. It's a huge risk, but still, compared to Burnley's ratings, it should be similar. And it can't do any worse than we've actually been doing ourselves. At least it's a fit team. At least we're not playing with every single player hopping on one leg. As can we get a win away at Turf Moor, or actually at home at Blundell Park? It should be. It should be. They've got Peacock Farrell in the net. As can we? We do. The reserve team's actually done better. As Balogun Asaskibar, Powell with the goals, and who got the last one? Harry Clifton, back at town with a bang. Might actually be his first Premier League appearance as we finally get a win in this episode. Getting with the reserve team as well. Honestly, imagine actually playing all them strong teams and then winning with your bench players. It's embarrassing really how high we've fallen. As Madison's happy with the games. You might not be receiving as many, you know. You've been poor recently. As Wolves are top of the league, you know. Manchester United dropping down a bit. And the gap, to be fair, is only 5 points, which we could have done a lot worse. Then again, I didn't see that Liverpool and United do have games in hand, so it can be more. But I've got my hopes up a little bit. What's the worst it can be then? 8 points. We should be able to scrape that back, of course, play United again. We're only just halfway through the season, as we do have a busy December end period. We have Chelsea, West Ham, Fulham, Brighton and Leeds next episode. I think apart from Chelsea, they should all be winnable, although Chelsea aren't even in the top 8 as well. So let's get rested, let's put it in, and let's turn this shocking episode around us. Thank you guys for staying with this. This has been terrible in terms of gameplay, but thank you for watching. This is the end of the episode. Like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well so you do not miss an episode in the run up to the end of this series. And also, I am setting up a big series next time. The career mode is not announced, but I have some announcements to make about it in recent episodes. So stay tuned for that, as that has been it from me. Take care, in a bit. I've been MWS, this is the end of the episode, and I will see you all in a bit. Peace.